high turning castle in the north, the eons-old chalk road, the star-teller on the plains, the sword-smithy on the downs, the silver voice, near silent, from the earth, the virgin lady shimmering on the edge of mind, white through the branches by the stream. In this land as far wider, from the tiding of the seas to the rising of the Pleiades, from Atlantis to the Magellanics, in grace the star-clothed rules. The rite of Virgo. When the sun has entered the sign of the Virgin, you may enact the rite. A flame must be taken from a fire in your home and carried to the site. Virgoan ingenuity will be required here, but it is possible. Arriving at your destination, place the flame in the centre of the circle and begin with a period of contemplation upon the following theme. How have these rites affected you up to now? Have you noticed an improvement in your physical, mental, or emotional states of being? Do you feel any significant change has occurred, either in yourself or in the way you view the world? This is the time for an assessment of your experiences so far. So, armed with writing materials, start by answering the above questions and any others you feel are appropriate at this time. An important feature of esoteric philosophy is the idea that everything in the universe is interconnected. Harmonies and vibrations thrill through it, and all life is part of the whole. Each living organism has its appointed place in the scheme of things, and the tree of life, a symbol of this cosmic plan, is an excellent representation. The animal kingdom moves through the impulses imposed upon it by the lunar forces, but human beings are placed higher on the tree of life. As such, you have been endowed with mental qualities which allow you to decide what you will become. In other words, you have free will, and the charge of the physical vehicle that you inhabit. You and only you are its keeper and its guardian. But would it not be easier to forget the whole idea of initiation and drift with the next idle thought or new fancy which presents itself? Of course it would. That is the easy way out. Most people find their pleasures or distractions in everyday activities, and do not look beyond the gratification of one of their 5 senses. Would you be as they? Or does such a lifestyle find you discontented with the ordinary, the mundane? Is there an emptiness, a void, which leaves your spirit unfulfilled? And is that the reason why you are reading this book? When you have concluded the assessment of self, make ready for the rite. Light some incense of a suitable aroma and carry it round the circle. Allow your thoughts to quieten. Breathe deeply and become en rapport with the character of this sign. Then place the incense beside the flame and declaim. Now the light of the world stands in Virgo, the last of the physical signs. It gives me the opportunity to build a bridge towards the following 6 signs which speak of the spirit. I will grow as a tree firmly grounded on the earth, which gave me birth. My limbs, like branches, wield the implements I use in life learning. and carry me on the bosom of the Earth Mother. I am here to seek knowledge through investigation, which will lead to wisdom in service. Now, having made sure that your body will be warm and comfortable during the visualization, lay down and close your eyes. The air is dank in your nostrils, and there is moisture dripping from somewhere above. Opening your astral eyes, you find yourself in what appears to be an underground passage. The walls gleam with wetness, and the edges of many diverse minerals show in the faint light. The dark green of malachite, the reddish brown of carnelian, and the many pastel colours of quartz. You start to walk carefully along in the semi-darkness, wondering. After a while, the passage suddenly opens into a large cave. At your feet, a yawning abyss descends into nothingness. You shiver in the chilly atmosphere. As your eyes become a little more accustomed to the gloom, you notice that this place has a definite shape. That of the vesica pieces, the elongated oval of the Great Mother. A narrow bridge leads to the other side of the chasm. It is constructed from gold and silver ropes plaited together, with rough-hewn planks of wood to walk upon. It sways slightly from time to time, when an occasional rush of wind sweeps through the cave from another passage beyond the bridge. It would seem that this is the route you must take if you are to continue your journey. With great trepidation, you place a foot on the first plank, your hands gripping the ropes. The bridge trembles and moves alarmingly, the black gulf beneath awaiting your slightest error. Very slowly you take another step, then another, your hands wet with perspiration sliding over the glittering ropes. Step by tortuous step you make your way across, the currents of icy wind whipping past to rush moaning through the tunnel behind you. It seems an eternity before you step upon the final plank and you are safely across the void. You stand a moment to recover from the ordeal and glance back into the cave. The bridge is alive with light, flashing a myriad rainbow colours into the darkness. This passage climbs slowly upwards, and you notice the roots of trees crossing the floor and roof of the tunnel, revealing that their life-giving structure spreads deep underground. You emerge into a great forest filled with golden light. Leaves fluttering to the ground speak of early autumn. Animals scamper in the undergrowth, and the notes of songbirds rise in a paean of praise. You follow a path through the trees and remember the hidden life of the strong roots, taking sustenance from the Earth Mother. The path leads to a glade where a stone circle stands on a carpet of smooth turf. A small fire burns brightly in the centre of the stones, and you walk over to it and enter the ring. On a slab of rock you find a lump of clay and a bowl of water. Begin to mould the clay. It matters not what form it takes, but try to do it to the best of your ability. You may find the clay taking shape under your fingers without any conscious effort of thought. But when you have finished, leave the result of your labour upon the rock as an offering to the gods, and continue the journey. The sound of muffled hoofbeats momentarily startles you into taking shelter behind some bushes. A flash of white shows through the golden leaves, and a milk-white unicorn charges into view, mane and tail flying. It halts abruptly, a few feet away, its golden hoofs scattering the fallen leaves. The magical creature rears up, neighing proudly, its slender legs combing the air, then stands, ears pricked, head turned, in your direction. Summoning courage again, you approach the beautiful animal. It tosses its head impatiently, and the gilded horn flashes in the sun's rays. A fallen log makes a convenient foothold, and you scramble onto the broad back. The unicorn moves off immediately, carrying you deeper into the forest. Hands clutching the silken mane, you feel the great muscles rippling beneath you, the animal's coat satin smooth to your touch. Too soon the unicorn halts in a broad avenue, and you slide to the ground. The soft muzzle gently pushes at your back, so you walk into the clearing, the fabulous beast following. Tall trees guard this place, their branches mingling above your head. With each step, the light becomes more brilliant, the foliage luminous and aflame. Sounds of mellifluous harmonies fill the air, throbbing and undulating, faint at first, then swelling with the light and reverberating through the forest. You are witnessing the manifestation of cosmic harmony, that which keeps the stars in their courses and governs the universe. It dazzles and all but overcomes you. The avenue leads to a huge circular glade, where the light coalesces into a single column at the center. The music is absorbed by this column of light, and is transformed into a single bell tone of unutterable sweetness. Your limbs tremble, and your skin crawls with a fearful awe at the majesty laid before you. And now you are possessed of such bliss that you will to be at one with the wonderful vision, although it is extremely difficult to gaze upon. Something touches your shoulder, and turning, you see Mercury standing there. "I am pleased that you have come this far," he says, smiling. You turn away, confused. "I know how you feel, but surely this is what you came to discover." He indicates the radiance. You smile at him, apologetically. Mercury's clear grey eyes hold yours, and you know that he understands your feelings very well indeed. "Look!" He draws a sigil in the air, and the column of light becomes transparent, revealing a marvellous tree at its center. As you watch, entranced, blossoms burst forth, bloom, then fall, to be replaced by others in a miraculous dance. It is the tree of life. It permeates all the planes of existence and states of being, as the physical plane is only one of many. What you have just experienced will work like leaven and create a stronger link between your soul and its source. During incarnation in matter, the soul may be dimly aware of its origins, but people often deny its existence because they are enmeshed in the material world. The sign of Virgo speaks of an alchemical change, which must always come from within. You have witnessed the secret formula of transformation, the spark of divine energy that permeates the entire universe, the life force that is immortal and can never be destroyed. With this knowledge, you will go forward revitalized, your spirit illuminated, and your features glowing from the radiance within. Your body will be stronger, as the molecules are thus energized. And now I will leave you with the lady. Until we meet again, farewell. Mercury soars into the column of light and is gone. But standing in his place is a lovely young woman. Her gown shimmers as snow on a frosty morning, and her face shines with an unearthly light. She holds out her hand and leads you away from the glade. Glancing back, you see the unicorn at rest near the tree of life, and you send out a special thought to him. Quite soon the lady opens a door in the stout bark of a large oak tree, revealing a flight of steps which descend into the bowels of the earth. At the bottom, you find you are in the passage from whence you began this journey. The lady seats herself on a large flat stone, and there, your head cradled in her soft lap, the scene slowly fades. In the environment of your circle, as always, take time to adjust to the physical world. Renew the incense and partake of some refreshments. When ready, stand in the center of the circle and say, I have kept my troth and give thanks to the gods and the dwellers on the inner planes. I leave this place a wiser and more enlightened soul, at peace with the universe, and eager to continue on the path. I will follow the sun through the zodiac, and as each sign is illuminated, I will seek to discover its inner meanings and its message. At each station, a new adventure and a cosmic truth revealed. Raise your arms to the sky. O thou girdle of Venus, shining in the vault of heaven, in truth thou art a beacon to the aspiring soul. Where thou art, I yet shall be, through thine illumination. The following rites are performed indoors, but the circle should be visited at least once a month in order to maintain your magical link with both the place and your previous experiences. Make a silent promise to return, then collect your belongings and depart.